interview a friend of mine. Her name is Debbie, and she has teeny tiny, or what do you call them? Itsy bitsy? Itty bitty titty. Can I ask you a couple of questions?
Sure.
These are going to be about your tits. I am here in the United States for my PhD research on tits, and I can see that you have quite remarkably big breasts, and me too, I have very big breasts, and I wonder if people would see you differently if you had smaller tits.
I think maybe a little bit. I don't know. I've never thought about it.
You never thought about it. If your tits were bigger, would people see you differently?
I think they would.
Like how different?
Well, I think people get defined by, women especially, by how big their tits are or how big their butt is.
See,
You're
if
right.
I had some of this back here, that would make me a little bit more sexier.
One of the common answers that I got was a woman with big tits are dumb. Is it one of the definitions?
Yeah, I think so.
And why do you think this comes from?
I don't know. Maybe they think all their brains are in their tits. I don't know.
Do you think you're dumb?
No, I'm very smart.
Okay. But why do you think this perception persists?
Maybe because they're feel like hot air balloons, so maybe they match our brains.
That's an interesting equation. Would you vote for a female senator who has very big tits? Would you even think about it before voting for her?
Maybe I think I would. I wouldn't think about her big tits, maybe because I have big tits, so I would feel like, oh, there's another big tit woman in the government.
So you may sympathize with her because of her tit size, even though she is just a political figure.
But I think she would have a hard time with button-up shirts, because I have a hard time with button-up shirts.
Button-up
They
shirts.
don't close.
Me too. And they just pop up. And in the politics, you usually wear button-up shirts.
Her wardrobe would be hard.
Yeah, my teaching, as a teacher, I use button-up shirts all the time, and I have to always use other things to stick them together. What do you think about Kim Kardashian? She has remarkably big tits. Is she dumb?
No, actually, I think she's probably very smart. She's figured out how to make her name, an everyday name.
Yeah, and a big brand.
Yep.
Right, and she's making a lot of money.
That's right. If that's what smart is to do.
And her tits play a role in her popularity.
Yep.
Right? Because I have been following her on Twitter, and she keeps shooting pictures of her tits with her bra and everything. It's been quite interesting for me and to see as a sociologist. Talk about Sarah Palin. She has, for a politician, she has kind of big tits. I mean, they're not huge, but they are remarkable. Do you think it had an effect on her political views and people seeing her with her tits?
I think she just looks dumb.
Sarah Palin.
Yes.
Did you feel ever ashamed because you had small tits? Because that's a common feeling. Itty bitty titty.
I did for a really long time. And the name Itty Bitty Titty came because in college I was given an award by one of my boyfriend's friends who all loved me. We all really had a nice time together. We had fun. But in his fraternity, I won the Itty Bitty Titty Award, which was a piece of cardboard with two halves of ping pong balls on them.
Ping pong balls. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
How did you feel? Did you laugh?
I did. At the time, I was a little shocked. But now, I think it's kind of funny. But it was something I was subconscious about for a long time. And now, I love it. They don't get in the way.
So people see and label you depending on your tit size,
Yeah,
right?
all the time.
Have you ever felt like you are being labeled?
Absolutely, all the time.
Like in
Everybody-
school or...
I started forming when I was 11 years old, and it was really hard because no one else had tits. But in my culture, people want more ass than they want tits. So that's been a little hard for me having tits. I felt like I always walked like this because they weigh so much, and then when you try to lift them up, it's just like they're so in your face. I felt them sometimes up in my chest, in my neck. I mean, it's been so hard.
It's been so hard.
And it's embarrassing because anything I wear, it's a little, you see my cleavage, but people think I'm trying to be sexy, but I can't help it. I can't hide it. There's
Yeah,
nowhere
it's
to go.
just there. And people are judging you because of something that you cannot control.
Yes, they are. And
And-
a lot of women, some women are jealous of them too. Like they want some of my tits, and I can't take them out and give them because they're real. How am I
Yeah.
supposed to do that? So
Yeah,
it's a struggle. For
it's
sure.
a struggle.
Yeah.
Having tits is a struggle as a woman.
Struggle.